Welcome, folks, to our next episode, and the final episode of this season of Trek Simplified. In today's episode, we will be covering the big boy, the big man, the Chungus. Today we will be covering the Negh'Var class battlecruiser. In early 2373, the IKS Negh'Var was announced as the new flagship of the Klingon Imperial Fleet. A changeling posing as General Martok commanded the ship and led the Klingon Empire's invasion of the Cardassian Union around stardate 49011. She thereafter fought an action at Deep Space Nine, where she was able to breach the station's shields long enough to transport several troops aboard. In the Mirror Universe, the Klingon-Cardassian Alliance utilized the same design, referred to simply as a cruiser, in the construction of the Regent's flagship. Additionally, in an alternate future, around 2395, the USS Pasteur was attacked by two of these attack cruisers while in the Devron system. The crew of the Pasteur was saved by the USS Enterprise D after destroying one of the Klingon vessels. Last but not least, in an alternate timeline, again, in 2404, Korath had multiple vessels of this type at his disposal. That was a lot of really useless information. Thanks, buddies. As for the technical data, the Negh'Var warship was one of the largest and most formidable warships, or ships in general, in the Empire. The Mirror Universe design of the vessel was capable of attaining speeds of up to Warp 9 and was equipped with escape shuttles. As for its physical arrangement, the bridge module was separated from the main body by a thick neck that flared towards the aft of the ship into the front swept wings, which were reinforced by raised supports and contained the ship's embedded warp nacelles. Contained within these wings were the ship's impulse engines as well. Below the primary hull were two weapons pods. A triangular superstructure was located on the dorsal section of the ship. The ship was also outfitted with several spikes located on the aft triangular superstructure and warp nacelles. At least two design variations were conceived for this class, found in alternate timelines. In the first variant, seen in Q's anti-time future, occurring during the late 24th century, the Negh'Var designed the ventral weapons pods were removed. Additional spike or antennae, as they were known, like structures were placed on the bow of the ship and on the forward part of the nacelle tips, and two fin or fang-like structures protruded from the ventral section of the bow on the below bridge module. The second variant, seen in an alternate 2404 timeline, shared components of both the original and first variant designs, possessing the former's weapons pod and the latter's spikes and fins. As for its tactical systems, heavily armed, the Negh'Var warships were equipped with several disruptor emplacements. The original design had an emplacement located at the tips of the pods located on the underside of the ship's belly. This class was also equipped with a cloaking device. In one possible future timeline variant, this class could easily outgun an Olympic-class medical cruiser, yet it was heavily outgunned themselves by the Galaxy-class counterpart of the era. This design had disruptor placements on the aft tips of the primary hull, two outboard disruptors at the front of both of the wingtips, a forward emitter located below the main bridge, and several emitters located along the front baseline of the ship, and one on the ventral center of the ship. This variant was also equipped with a cloaking device. Oh my god, that was so hard to words. In a second possible future timeline variant, in 2404, it was armed with directed energy weapons that fired Nadian discharges This weapon's fire was essentially ineffective against Starfleet's ablative generator deployed hull armor. This class was also relatively matched by a refitted Nova class starship of the era. In the Mirror universe, this design was described by Intendant Kira Nerys as being quick and powerful. However, they were not without their weaknesses. Specifically, their targeting systems could be easily fooled. Additionally, the ship proved to be unable to lock onto an enemy vessel attacking from close proximity. This class was not initially equipped with a cloaking device, but briefly acquired one in 2375 after one was stolen by Quark and Rom from the IKS Rotaran, a Prime Universe Klingon bird of prey. Rom was successful in installing the cloak, but in doing so performed an act of sabotage, which resulted in the loss of all primary systems on the ship, coinciding with the disengaging of the cloak. Gotta love Rom. Yeah. Unfortunately, guys, that's all of the basic information that Memory Alpha is giving me on the Negh'Var warship. Yeah, nothing more to say. As for my personal feelings on the Negh'Var, I was under the impression that it was a lot more powerful than what Memory Alpha is saying that it is, but apparently it was kind of a ship that, in the Prime timeline, was just kind of meh. It was big, it was scary, but didn't have a ton of comparable advantages. Whereas in alternate timelines, it was either way worse or way better. So I guess your mileage may vary depending on where you're from, or when you're from, or you get what I mean. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for not only this episode, but also this season. I hope you guys have enjoyed. At the time of this recording, it is October 21st of 2025, and I just decided with this next month being the last month that I had currently uploaded of stuff, and Battletech not seeming to be as popular, I decided to do something different. So I hope you guys have enjoyed at the time you're seeing this. Which I think at this point, since I'm only doing one video a month, this will probably end up being in like March or April, or between February and April of 2026 when you guys are seeing this. So I hope you guys have had a good holiday season and that you are doing well. Please, as per usual, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Also be sure to comment down below telling me what your favorite Klingon ship in general is. Is it the Negh'Var? Is it the Katinka? Is it the Vorcha? Or are you just a fan of all the different versions and variations of the bird of prey? Let me know down below. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Stay tuned for the outro to find out how you can best support my work financially. And until next time, good night, good luck, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Secondly, if stream bucks are plentiful, please consider supporting the channel either by subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, or by grabbing some merch over at the Shock Shop. The links to all of these will be in the About section and in the description down below. Again, thank you to all of our supporters for all of the likes, shares, and views. I really appreciate it, and without all of you, our work here would not be possible. I'm Michael Shockman, folks. I've been your host and commentator. And remember, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we will see you guys all again soon in the next one. Peace off, everybody.